Hello, welcome, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Kaz, here to bring you Episode 3, Part 3 of Kaz's Fighter Jet Roundtable Tournament. Today, we're looking at the semi-finals of Episode 3, and we're going to be finding out who of our 4 semi-finalists will be going on to the finals. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and zoom into the Watchtower and the Roundtable and see which of these aircraft are moving on to the finals today. So our first 2 competitors for the semifinals will be the JXM-2 Raiden, sent in by BV Flyer 141, and the AFX-105B Rapier, sent in by Jim and Saw. We've already seen these aircraft fight their enemies, and we know they're both using those very sexy-looking flanker cockpits, so let's see which one will use it to most effectiveness and get them into the air for round 1. Taking off at almost the same rate. Should be interesting. This is the default Rapier. It has yet to be improved or increased in capability since Jim and Saw has been busy. However, the JXM-2 Raiden just recently was provided with an upgrade to its settings, meaning it could potentially be even deadlier than it was before. I guess we'll have to wait and see with the competition starting. And who is gonna get missiles off first? Let's find out. They're getting closer. And it looks like it's going to be the Rapiers getting missiles off first. Will they get a hit? No, they won't. They'll zip on by, and now they're getting into gun range. Let's go ahead and zoom in. We'll look at one of the Raidens. Raidens are on the tail with those 20 millimeters. I tend to call the 20 mils tickle cannons, just because how they tend not to do that much damage. At least, not in my personal experience. But we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. And just like that, we have 30 millimeters going off. Get one of the Raidens. Raiden taking hits. And that's a Raiden down, turning into confetti as a Rapier flies elegantly through the debris field. It's now a 2-on-1, effectively. However, it seems the Rapiers are... Oh! I think we might have just had a collision. This Rapier holding on by a thread. Wonder if it might have gotten hit by some friendly fire. What is our second Raiden doing right now? That's that cockpit. There we go. Raiden's coming in. The other cockpit has hit the ground, which means this one is now officially in a 1v2 situation. Trying to line up its very wide field of fire on that Raiden, and just manages to clip off what was left of that wing, making it very unstable. However, in the blink of an eye, a missile runs in and smashes this poor Raiden to bits, meaning that the winner of round 1 goes to Jim and Saw and his Rapier. Let's get into round 2, ladies and gents. We got a lot of fights to get through today. So, with the Rapiers winning round 1, the Raidens are going to have to pull out all the stops to be able to pull this into a 3-round win if they want. Let's go ahead and get these planes into the air for round 2 and see who will wind up coming out on top of these 2 fighters. I am quite a fan of both of these aircraft. They are easily probably my 2 favorites out of the semi-finalists. Kind of a shame they have to fight each other. but them's the luck of the draw. But I suppose, if you look at it that way, it means one of the planes that I'm quite fond of will be making it to the finals one way or the other. So, silver linings, folks. And once again, the Rapiers are getting those missiles off first. Missiles tracking but failing to collide. We are now in close. Let's watch a Rapier this time around. Ooh, and it's lining up guns. I just heard a missile get launched. Flares dropping. Missile zooming on by with no effect. Chaff also being dropped. Let's see what the other Rapier's doing. Like it's getting ready to change targets, and it's moving in for what appears to be an attack run. However, there's likely a missile in the air. Missile being launched. Tracking, but not hitting. However, we have a really nasty 30mm kill on that. Yep, that was a right-in down. Absolutely shredded. It's now once again a 2v1 effectively. Another ride-in is basically just a cockpit. Again, spinning around. It is still acting as a distraction, technically. Not too much happening. We do have a missile being launched, though. Oh no, a 30mm fire. Zooming in, hoping to get some kills. Looks like it, nope. Still looks relatively unharmed for the moment. Though that being said, that Rapier is looking to cleave it in twain. And it looks like it's going to be somewhat successful in that endeavor, getting rid of some of the control surfaces in the back. And it looks like it's managed to throw the aircraft completely out of whack. It is spiraling through the air, completely out of control. And it's down. I feel Subo Kerbin right there, just kind of not happy with everything exploding. Well, that does it for the first round of the semifinals, and the AFX 105B will be going on to the finals. We still have another round, so let's see who will come out on top in the second batch of fights for today. So here we are for the second batch of fights of this episode. We have the EX Fighter 3 and 4, otherwise known as the A-Wing, and the totally not a TIE Fighter, because people will yell at me and say it's a TIE Interceptor in the comments. Guys, I'm not a Star Wars nerd. I'm a Star Trek guy. Live long and prosper. Okay, so either way, the EX Fighter 3 and 4 are sent in by the Milkomedian Odyssey, or WaffleTech Gamma, and the FD2 M2 MK1 MK4 keys sent in by Android Elite. We have three out of these four fighters are drones, so only the TIE Interceptor / TIE Fighter / copyright by Disney aircraft has a human pilot in it, or in this case a Kerbal pilot in it. So, enough yapping by me, let's get these into the air. And just like that, they're gonna take off. And once again, we have the infinite electricity on there, just to give our friend, the Fighter 3, a chance to get into the air. And there it goes. Goodbye, infinite electricity. And close that menu. Off they go into the wild blue yonder. So let's see who's going to get the first missiles off. If I had to guess, I would say probably Android Elite's drones. The keys They are smaller and more nimble. Although the EX Fighter 3 and 4 did get a little bit of an upgrade and a change not too long ago. Not sure what all was changed. Anyway, here they come. First missiles, and indeed it is the team of 2 drones getting their missiles off first. And what a launch of missiles it is. Guns just going nuts. All right, let's go ahead and watch one of these drones. Not that one, this one. Yes, there we are. Missile striking very close to the watchtower. Another missile being launched. It appears to be tracking a flare, however. Oh, and we have a missile hitting the one of the EX fighters. Looks like the Fighter 3. A-Wing has seen better days there. How badly damaged is it? Oop, that's the Fighter 4. Fighter 3 looks like it may have lost its engines. It's really hard to tell. Turn on this and zoom in. Yep, it has no engines. And with that, it's going to start losing its electric charge. That's not good. And we go over here to the totally not a TIE interceptor. Getting shredded by gunfire. Spiraling. Looks like completely out of control. Certain Kerman there seems to be heading for a certain demise. And down they go. Kaz just sitting here watching as carnage unfolds above him. We have another one of the keys, both of the keys still around. Fighter 3 is floating around, but with that, it's going to be it. Android Elite's drones have proven their superiority in round 1. Let's get to round 2. So here we go again. Let's go ahead and turn on infinite electricity. Just make sure things are going all right. We're going to start up the competition. And hopefully we'll see some more exciting combat. Although at this point, if I had to guess, I'd say that Android Elite's drones are going to be moving on to the finals at this point. I could be wrong. In fact, I would very much like to be. However, you cannot argue with results. And turning off infinite electricity, closing the cheats menu. Competition should be getting nice and ready to fire here. And just like that, there it goes. Now, we did see the keys last time firing first. Let's see if we can maybe get an interesting bit of a different view here from them. And again, they do fire those missiles first. Missiles failing to connect, but it seems not to be the missiles that are the most deadly things in this competition. More often than not, the guns are. Uh-oh, looks like the Fighter 4 has managed to get in between the anger of both of the drones, and it's paying for it. Paying for it big time. How's it looking after all that? Not too bad, actually. Actually managing to unload with those pulse lasers. All it would take would be one shot from those pulse lasers, and it could take out one of the drones. Those pulse lasers are very deadly. of the drones trying to line up, get its guns on target. You can hear the Fighter 3. I really am surprised, but how nimble this little drone is with just those two engines. Fighter 4 lighting something up with the pulse lasers. A bit of a joust. Seems to be a little off target with those. However, if there's one thing we've learned in this competition, jousting against a craft with special weapons when you don't have them can definitely be a bad life choice. Guns managing to clip off an entire side of engines. Not good. 30mm cannons over there lighting up the Fighter 4. Once again, missile being fired on aim 9 from one of the keys. And now we have more guns. And look at that, these are, apparently this thing's weapons are named A Gift to the DT-8 Spiteful. Kind of unfortunate that Spiteful isn't even in the competition anymore. And just like that, the Fighter 4 has found itself on the ground. Certain Kerman again, finding certain defeat. Guns trying to get on target. It's now drone versus drone. Well, drone versus drones. It is a 2v1. Again, I am really surprised at how nimble that little drone is. Although with those 20 mils, it's going to have to work really hard to manage to deal a lot of damage to these keys here. Missile being fired, tracking, woo! Just barely missing. Uh-oh, you got lag. Oh, wait a minute. Could what have... And it has! The key has killed its own ally with its own missile. Oh! That's the problem with those, heat-seeking missiles. They can occasionally, target their allies. Oh! And it looks like the Fighter 3's luck has run out. Shot to the rear with those 30mm. That's an enema from hell, let me tell you. You do not want to experience that. Alas, despite them putting up a very valiant fight and very valiant effort, the EX Fighter 3 and 4 have been defeated, which means it is the FD2M2 by Android Elite going on to the finals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for me from today. Tune in next time for the finals of Episode 3. Until then, I've been Kaz, and happy building.